Dear students, I am Dr. Barkha Rohatgi from Department of Applied Sciences, Kite Group of Institutions, Ghaziabad. The topic of today's lecture is change of variables. The contents of today's lecture are introduction to change of variables and working rules of change of variables. While reading the term change of variable, there arise various questions in our minds such as what is change of variables, why do we use change of variables, and how it works. So, what is change of variables? Change of variables is a technique that changes variables from a given coordinate plane to another coordinate plane under some properly defined transformations. These transformations may be some standard one or the transformations that we can define according to our problem. In general, there are following four types of transformations such as changing variables from Cartesian coordinates to some given coordinates u and v, to changing Cartesian coordinates xy to polar coordinates r theta, to changing Cartesian coordinates xyz in 3D to spherical polar coordinates r theta phi, to changing Cartesian coordinates xyz to cylindrical polar coordinates that are r, phi and z. Why do we use change of variables? We use change of variables to make our integration easier. How it makes our integration easier? This is a tool just like in single integration we have integration by parts or substitution or any other tool. Thus, in multiple integration, we have change of variables that makes our multiple integral much easier. How it works? To see how it works, we have to discuss some working rules of change of variables. To change Cartesian coordinates xy to some given coordinates u and v. Suppose we have two variables x and y in xy plane, and we have integration, double integration fxy dx dy over the region R, and we wish to change these variables in uv plane under the transformation, that is x equals to phi uv and y equals to psi uv. Then our integration from double integration fx y dx dy becomes double integration f phi of uv psi of uv, and this is the Jacobian of xy with respect to uv and du dv. The Jacobian of xy with respect to uv is given by this. Thus, the variables in xy plane are changed into variables in uv plane, and so the corresponding region R in xy plane changes to the region R dash in uv plane. Now we come to change Cartesian coordinates to polar coordinates. We all know that in polar coordinates the transformation is x equals to r cos theta, y equals to r sin theta, so that we can get x square plus y square equals to r square. On solving the Jacobian of xy with respect to r theta, we get r. So, the integration of fxy dx dy in xy plane becomes Jacobian of f of r cos theta, r sin theta and r dr d theta in polar coordinates. Now, we come to change Cartesian coordinates to spherical polar coordinates. In spherical polar coordinates, we have two angles, the angle phi that works in xy plane. In xy plane, the total angle is 0 to 2 pi, and theta is the angle that is made by any point on the spherical object surface to the z-axis, and the value of theta varies from 0 to pi. In spherical coordinates, the transformation is x equals to r sin theta, cos phi, y equals to r sin theta, sin phi, z equals to r cos theta, and x square plus y square plus z square equals to r square. That is the standard equation of the sphere. And the Jacobian of xyz with respect to r theta phi is r square sin theta. So, the triple integration of x, y, z dx dy dz equals to triple integration f of r sin theta cos phi, r sin theta sin phi, r cos theta and r square sin theta dr d theta d phi. When we take integration for the full volume of the sphere, x square plus y square plus z square equals to a square, we have limits for r as 0 to a, for theta as 0 to pi and for phi as 0 to 2 pi. But for positive octant, first I explain you what is positive octant. Such as in xy plane we have positive quadrant. Similarly in 3D we have positive octant. Positive octant is the 1/8 part of the total xyz plane. So there that is the 1/8 part of the solid and all values there lies in positive part. So x square plus y square plus z square equals to a square is the equation of the sphere. Then the value of r varies from 0 to a, the value of theta varies from 0 to pi by 2 and the value of phi varies from 0 to pi by 2. Now we come to the cylindrical coordinates. Here we want to change Cartesian coordinates x, y, z to cylindrical coordinates. How a cylinder is formed? Just imagine how a cylinder is formed. A cylinder is nothing but we have many circles of same radius and we put them along the z-axis. Okay, so there are a number of circles put one by one along the z-axis. So there is only one angle and that is phi. The transformation of cylindrical polar coordinates is just like simple polar coordinates. X equals to r cos phi, y equals to r sin phi and z remains z, that gives the length of the cylinder. And the Jacobian of x, y, z with respect to r phi z comes out to be r. So the triple integration of f x, y, z dx dy dz becomes triple integration of f r cos phi, r sin phi, z, r dr d phi dz. Now similarly as in spherical coordinates, we have for full volume of the cylinder x square plus y square equals to a square and z equals to b to z equals to c. Note one thing, the equation of the cylinder is always written in this particular form. What particular form? The equation of circle defined along the limits of z plane. Because a cylinder is nothing but circles cutted by z plane. So for the full volume of the cylinder x square plus y square equals to a square and z equals to b to c, we have the limits of r 0 to b, for z b to c, for phi 0 to 2 pi, and for the positive octant these are for r 0 to a, for z b to c and for phi 0 to pi by 2. Hope you all understand the concept of change of variable very well. We'll see you in next lecture in which I will be discussing the practice problems of change of variables in almost each type of transformation that I have discussed here. So thank you very much. See you in the next lecture.